Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another English heritage video. So we're going to look at some more history. You guys seem to be enjoying it. I love it. So we're going to keep doing it. This one is Hidden Landscapes Prehistoric Dartmoor. And I think actually a couple of you commented on a previous video and told me about this or told me to look into it. So we're going to do that today. I will link this video in the description as always, along with links to Patreon, how you can support the channel here on YouTube, as well as do buy me a coffee if you feel so inclined. But let's just jump right into this.
This is Dartmoor, the largest surviving prehistoric landscape in northwestern Europe. It's absolutely wonderful and a great place to visit, but 5,000 years ago it was completely forested. And it's actually humans that came here and farmed and cleared all the landscape of trees. What appears to be a natural wildscape is actually a human creation. But that's been great for archaeologists because the landscape is stuffed full of prehistoric monuments. And they only survive because agriculture hasn't swept them away. We have field systems, houses, there are enclosures, there are ritual monuments like stone rows and stone circles. There's so much to explore. Many of these are hidden, but we're going to try and show you some of them. When you think of prehistory, you tend to think of stone circles or maybe stone rows. And there are dozens of stone rows on Dartmoor and some stone circles. And here at Merrivale, we've got the whole range. These date to about 5,000 years ago, the end of the Stone Age and the beginning of the Bronze Age, about the time of Stonehenge. So we've got a double stone row right next to me here, another one a little bit further over. There's a stone circle here. There are standing stones. There are burial chambers, what we call kists, and there's even a single stone row here as well. We have here a whole ritual landscape. Now, ritual sometimes means we don't know what it was, and that is true here. We don't know how it was used. What we do know, though, is that it's a place where lots of people would have come to. Just to construct it takes quite a lot of effort, and presumably they're coming here for communal activities. But the thing about the stone roads is that they really make you walk in a straight line. They are guiding processions. But all to do with ceremonies of life, rites of passage, all those important dates in your diary, your lifetime, and the lifetime of the community.
Let me ask you guys something, because obviously growing up here, I imagine anywhere, but obviously you guys for sure learn about Stonehenge, and you kind of see it over and over from being a kid up through, whenever you go through finish school. So I think that's where most foreigners like me would be familiar with over there. I mean, obviously there's other things too, but if you're thinking about during this time period, and I do know that there are other things that obviously exist everywhere. We took a trip to the Smithsonian, got to look at all the dinosaur bones and all that stuff that they have there. But a lot of you guys told me that when you were young, you were able to actually go and touch the stones at Stonehenge and climb around on stuff. And now they're a lot of you guys kind of told me if you come here, if you really want to go, then go, but you're not gonna be able to get close to it. You're gonna be seeing it from far, and there's kind of other things that you could see instead. So I'll ask on this video, would you guys rather go see Stonehenge or go to something like this that looks like it's probably more accessible? Or if there's something else, somewhere else you would rather go to or have me take a look at, let me know in the comments.
Reconstructing daily life 3,000 years ago is really difficult for archaeologists. This site, Grimspound, comprises about 24 houses encircled by a massive stone bank. It's a few metres thick. It makes it a very unusual site for Dartmoor because many of the sites are much smaller boundaries. The houses tend to be bigger, but this site has got such a big wall around it. It is extra special and quite unusual. So we can describe it as a village, but maybe just a village because it's here on the open moor that they use seasonally. Perhaps this is just somewhere they came up in the summer to manage their flocks from out on the open moorland. And then come the winter, they would be living further down in the lowlands where it's a bit more comfortable. Much of the site has been altered, particularly in Victorian times when early archaeologists, antiquarians came here to excavate. And they excavated some of what they called hut circles. We prefer to call them roundhouses, but they reconstructed the houses, probably rather artificially and with a lot of Victorian imagination.
Really?
Eventually it came to be known as Grimspound.
Kind of messed it up, huh?
They used this as a pound to impound stock or cattle or sheep that had found wandering on the moor. And they must have called it Grimspound, possibly because they associated it with the ancient god Grim or Woden. And maybe they thought that it's such a big enclosure, such big walls, that it must have been built by some deity.
You know, it is incredible when you look at stuff like this from the aerial. And I know there's like a lot of Nazca lines and stuff like that they did that as well. But it's amazing that, you know, how they were able to do that without being able to see it, like, I don't know, check their work and stuff like that. It's impressive. Especially for most of us that today that are just like sitting like this all day, staring at a phone.
Here in the Upper Plym Valley, we have 15.5 square kilometres of English heritage site. In fact, there are 300 sites within it, medieval and prehistoric. And the prehistoric settlements here are actually much more typical than Grimspound. This is where farming communities were living, looking after cattle, sheep, and they were living in these closed communities within these enclosures. Each one of these enclosures was probably an extended family. And these substantial roundhouses stood sometimes for hundreds of years. Imagine these great big timber roofs and the thatch on the top. But there you have to imagine the whole family, men, women, children, huddled around the fire in the evenings. The fire would be going all day and the whole house would have been filled with smoke. The great thing about the Upper Plym Valley is there is so much to see. It's best actually seen from the air, but if you go down on the ground and you start to tune in, you start seeing these roundhouses and the enclosures, and then you can start building up that picture in your mind's eye of these actual communities living here.
It's so cool.
Dartmoor is just such a fantastic landscape to explore. Every time you come, you find more in this hidden landscape and you start to tune into those buildings. And where else can you sit inside a 3,000-year-old roundhouse and picture the lives of the people that lived here as farming communities all that long time ago?
Very cool. You guys have some absolutely incredible history. I mean, there's like the obvious stuff that like everybody learns about, and like, you know, obviously as far as like written and stuff like conquered, but stuff even prior to that I think is particularly interesting and incredible, and I'm enjoying this learning journey, and I appreciate you guys joining me for it, pointing me in the direction of others. I appreciate it. I see the comments. I do try to look over as many as I possibly can. And I do have a little screenshots right now of stuff that you guys have suggested that I am going to look at as well. So keep sending me your suggestions. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications. I try to drop a video every single day. And yeah, appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, hype the video, and above all, I hope you have an awesome, awesome day.